Hello and welcome back to Airbrush Ways. I'm Jack, and as you can see we're just doing a little bit of an update of where we are with the Honda 504. You can see the tank has been painted. I've airbrushed the gold and red stripe into it. It has a metallic base with a dirt track brown Candy 2.0 top coat, and then unmasked where the stripe was going to go, and that's been put in with red and gold. So that's been done. Eventually now that's going to be clear coated and it'll be ready to go. Also then with that is two side panels which have also had the metallic base and then the dirt track brown Candy 2.0 over the top. Also need clear coating. So that's where we've got to with the Honda panels, and this is what I'm going to go through today. So as you can see, we have the badges that have come off the side panels and the tank, and the owner wants to keep the original badges. So what we're going to try and do today is just tidy these up a little bit. You can see they're missing a lot of the black from the background, and we're going to see if we can sort that out at some stage and make them look a little bit more presentable before they go on as original badges back onto the bike. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do with the badges is kind of clean them up a bit, get rid of a bit of grease and stuff off them. So I'm starting off with surgical spirits or rubbing alcohol, whichever way you want to call it, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that into the painter's palette and start off with a dry brush. Bring off as much. You can just see, if you can see, there's little bits starting to drop off this thing. This has probably never been cleaned in a long time. The first thing is to get rid of a lot of that flaky stuff, and then after that then pick up a brush, dip it into the rubbing alcohol, and basically this is just like a degreaser. Just make sure that's worked in all the way around there. You can probably see where a lot of that stuff, black paint, has come off this. Like I say, these are going to go back on, so we just want to tidy it up a little bit. It is a 70s bike and he's not looking for it to be showroom. He's looking for it to be neater. A friend of mine, he's looking for it to be a bit neater than it was, which it will be by the time it goes back to him. So we'll just put that into a piece of kitchen towel, dry off the majority of it, and then just get this inside there. This is my way of doing this. I don't know if it's the right way or if it's the way you do it. I know basically I'm looking to get rid of as much grease and stuff, any kind of contaminants or stuff that shouldn't be in there. I'm looking to get rid of it as best as I can. Anything that's left on there now after I've done all this rubbing isn't coming off, and we're just going to patch it up. So that's that one done, and we're going to move on to this one now, the next in the process. So we'll just get rid of any initial loose dirt. You see this has lost a lot of its gold Okay, so I decided, looking at these two, that although this one here has a lot of gold still on the badge, this one has lost 2/3 of it. So I'm going to try and spray some gold on there and then do the black in the background. The idea first is I'm using the Water HPCH, if you can see that, and I'm going to mix up some Autoborn Sealer transparent with a little bit of 4012 reducer and cover the whole things, leave them to dry, and then we'll put some gold over the bits where it's missing so they both match either side, and then we'll go on to do the black. Okay, we'll air dry that. Okay, so we're going to turn those round. Just so we know we're going to get a even coverage over the whole thing. This is going to cover that all that silver coloured where all the gold has gone, and it'll give it a nice base, a nice grip for the gold paint to go on. Okay, so it recommends on the Autoborn sealer that we've just put on there that it gets half an hour of drying time before you put on any water-based colour over the top. So that's had a good half an hour now, and what I'm going to do is, using the same airbrush, I'm going to mix up a similar kind of colour as to what we used to get the gold stripe in the tank. I'm going to add Quicksilver Chrome. Hope you can see these. Quicksilver Chrome, that's 4104, together with a drop of yellow and a drop of 4030, and this will give me a mix that I can spray over this and leave it with a gold effect finish. It doesn't matter if I overspray on this because the black will cover any overspray. I'm not going to do it on purpose, but anything that goes over won't be a major issue when it comes to putting the black on afterwards. I'm just going to turn the air down a bit. It's still quite a shiny surface, this, and I don't want to just spider it everywhere. Now, just like everything else when I'm doing this, I don't want to just saturate it. I've got to kind of build it up slowly, and hopefully the paint will start to stick to the Autoborn sealer that I've put on there. So I'm just going to move that one, bring in the next one. Same thing, real nice and slow. I don't know if anybody else has the same amount of tip dry as I seem to get. Let me know if you've had the same problem and if you've managed to cure it or live with it. I'm going to turn this over, put it on the other side. Okay, I'll let that dry for the other one. But, excuse the arm, if I bring that up to you now and you have a look at that, that's the gold finished. The next is putting the black back in around it. So I'm going to leave those to dry for a little while and then we'll look at doing the black. I'm going to clear coat both of these to seal them, and then I'll put the black in. That way if I do happen to smudge onto the gold, I can just wipe it off. Now I'm just going to bring you in closer if I can and show you what I mean with the brush. Bearing in mind, when this has got clear coat on, it's actually the overspray here which is a little bit rough. Will actually have smoothed out. And then once I've put the black back in, I'll end up respraying the whole thing in clear coat, the gold and the black. So hopefully you can see that there. Let me see if I can pick this up without touching all that gold I've just done. That's how it's going to end up. So we're going to leave that there for now. Hope you've enjoyed what I've done. If you have, then please share the videos. As I've said to you before, I'm not a professional sprayer. I don't do this for a living. I do this as a hobby. I have done all kinds of airbrushing in the past on all kinds of different material. I'm trying to pass over my knowledge of 15 to 20 years of airbrushing. If there's anything else you'd like me to have a go at and show you how I've done it or how I do it, please leave a message in the comment section below and share the stuff. We over the Christmas period we got over 100 subscribers to the channel, and so long as that keeps building, I'll keep finding stuff to put up for you. Okay, we'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.